Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting stream on Bowtie Gaming 14. It's time for more Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, aka the journey of Henry of Skalitz and the chaos he gets up to. Alright, so last time we started the process, well okay, we rescued Hans and he's currently resting back in Roddy. And we're currently hunting down bandits that have ties to the people that destroyed Henry's village. So that's where we're at. So we had just gotten back from doing some reconnaissance after spending it. Yeah. Hi, Sir Radzig. What's up? What are you doing here? Alright, go tell Captain Bernard what you found out about Ginger. I have to ask about at the stud farm if Ginger could go back. Alright, so let's see where we're at with that.
Well, look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and
you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where
I have been enjoying the crap out of this so much. I didn't even know the franchise existed until the sequel came out last year, and then I found out you could play you could play the first one on Switch. So I was like, yeah, let's play that first before I dive into the sequel, which has likely got quality of life improvements, and also just to explore the story. But like now that it's kind of getting going past the prologue, it's like, oh yeah, this is delightfully chaotic. Like, there was a bandit encounter I did last time. Oh my gosh. The amount of butt-clenching moments of like, I'm gonna die. Also, we have a horse, so yay.
Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion.
So yeah, suffice to say, I'm enjoying this game.
I've made myself absolutely clear. Now, let's hear what you have to report.
I know who attacked Newhoff.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Rujitz.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujitz. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Alright, we did our civic duty. Alright, report the progress of the investigation to Sir Radzig, who is conveniently right here. Hi, Sir Radzig, what's up?
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I have another lead to the bandits.
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent.
Yeah, I believe it. I have a feeling I know which section you're talking about, because I think I almost did it myself. I was just like, oh, this is interesting. In brief, then, the whole story. Time for the lore, Sir Radzig cracks knuckles.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there.
Sir Radzig, I had a time. I went all over the eastern part of the country with my horse to go find this guy named Ginger. It was a trip. Keep it to the point.
I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what
Henry's just like, I'm just happy to be here.
It wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started.
Yeah, fighting the two bandits to get the information on where Ginger was last time was a trip, because I did it, and then I found out that one of the mechanics of this game is that if you do fast travel at random, you might get stopped by bandits and you can fail the dice roll, so to speak, and then you get accosted by the bandits. I died, so guess who had to do that two-bandit fight again? This person. At least I was good at it by the end.
going to our encampment at Merhaya to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir.
So Rodzig's like, I was trying to talk, sorry. Why to Merhojed?
Why choose Merhojed?
Ginger in a pickle, oh my gosh.
It's somewhat at the center of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find
Yeah, I think I only found out about this franchise because I think it just randomly showed up in my YouTube feed one day last year, and I was like, this seems like a fun game.
They could have sold them. Those were fine
And
animals.
I was not disappointed at all.
It's about something else.
But what?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the best thing on the planet.
Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat.
It's like I'm slowly trying to find people who have actually played this game because, like, I think you might be one of the few people I think it's actually played this game that I'm aware of besides me, and I think maybe the one YouTuber I saw that posted videos on this. My gosh, the memes online are just chef's kiss.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Yeah, suffice to say, I've spoiled the major plot points for myself for both games. I'm not going to state them here because I want people watching this to go in blind, but I know what happens because I was impatient.
The trail leads to Uzhets. I found out one of the bandits is from there. A fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new. Farewell.
Yeah, also, the biggest development last time is that I got enough money to buy a sword. And I feel proud of myself. Yeah, so by this point I kind of got more of my bearings about, like, the major buttons, so that also helps. Alright, so find the Neuhof Bandit in Uchitz. See if I get any stat upgrades while I'm thinking about it. The answer is no. But yeah, basically the general plan is I do plan on playing both games on the channel, so I'll play this one. I'll probably take a little bit of a hiatus because I've got a bunch of things that were funded from sub goals, and then definitely by next year I will be playing the sequel. I just don't know when, because both games are pretty long. Oh yeah, nice to meet you. Welcome on into Bowtie Gaming 14. I'm just about to hit my 4-year streaming anniversary on Thursday. Can't believe it's been that long already. It's nuts. Oh yeah, there's so many people around. Like I just tell people, I'm just like, well, this is when it happened. Like, it happens when it happens. It's like you gotta get like acquainted with like, let's say you're trying to get acquainted with hundreds of people. You're just like, yeah, let me start with like 20 and then just gradually increase that number as time goes on. Otherwise, I'm gonna be overwhelmed. Alright. And that'll be later. Okay, where am I going here? Oh, we're going all the way up there. Wow. We're going on a journey. Alright, I'll start off with a marker there. It really feels like it at times. The House of Epsi. I don't even know what house I'm technically a part of, because it's like, you could make the argument so many different ways. Like, there's obviously, like, the direct house of, like, I'm the House of Bowtie Gaming 14. But if we're talking like bigger communities, like I'm from the House of Jepson, I'm from the House of Proton John, like that kind of stuff. I'm a minor lord, as it were. Alright, where's Pep? Hi, Pebbles! We're going for a ride, Pebbles.
Is there something you need?
But yeah, you definitely picked a good time to come in because I will likely be playing this game for at least another month or so. So, like, I'm still pretty early on. It's like, did Pebbles get stuck? Pebbles, what are you doing? The horse is drunk. Yeah, that, like, I kind of figured there was going to be a horse at some point, which is why I didn't really bother with too many of the side quests, because I'm like, why would I walk when I could just wait until I get more fast travel points / when I get a horse? Alright, I don't have any savior schnapps. Alright, yeah. When in doubt, save and quit, and then resume the game. I know it kills a minute, but it's a guaranteed save. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, this is the second game I played this year where the main character's village just gets brutally annihilated. The first one being Octopath Traveler 0. I'm just like, oh my gosh, these poor protagonists. It's like, all hail the horse! I mean, Pebbles did so much for Henry when he was trying to escape the bandits. He's the only reason I survived, otherwise I think those bandits would have killed Henry in like 5 seconds or less. Alright, so I want to go west. Looks like along that path. Yeah, this is definitely one of those games where I have to check the map every so often so I'm not going in the wrong direction. It's like, I'm going on the right path, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just that, there's been a lot, well, I guess this game isn't recent necessarily, but it's just like, just the brutality of it being shown is like, especially where I'm like, oh my gosh, because like, there's some characters where like, it's briefly shown or it's just in their backstory. With this, it's like, we're just gonna show you in gruesome detail how this played out. You're just like, oh. I mean, this game's actually M for mature. If Octopath Traveler 0 wasn't pixelated, it definitely would have been M for mature. Because straight up, one of the villains is a serial killer. Amongst other things. It's a time. It's a really good story and the gameplay is great, but it's just like, my gosh. Which one you playing? Okay, cool. We are literally and figuratively on the right track here. Yeah, I haven't played it myself, but yeah, I've at least heard of it. Say, another game I'd like to play at some point, but too many games. Okay, it is, yeah, I heard rumors. Okay, that confirms it then. Yeah, I was just telling people last week what the funny part about my channel is like with the exception of gacha games and a couple other random genres, I'll play pretty much any game. Case in point, my current streaming schedule is this and the new Yoshi game. 2 games that couldn't be any more different in tone. It's like, oh yeah, let's do all the dark stuff that happens in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then let's change it up with the 2 days of palate cleanser. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Oof. Alright, let's see. Oh. Well, I don't know if I have to go that direction. We'll find out. Trial and error ahoy. Might just be able to take the horse through the woods, we'll find out. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's exactly... Yeah, also the funniest thing was basically was playing the entirety of Octopath Traveler 0, which is comparatively darker compared to the next RPG which I played, which was Dragon Quest 7. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely some dark stuff that's implied in the story, but it is a lot more kid-friendly in tone and stylization. Like, just to immediately go from, like, serial killers and warmongers and all that fun stuff to 3P jokes in one session. It's like, my gosh. It's like tonal whiplash ahoy. Okay, cool, we got a fast travel point. Sweet. Okay, so this is what's hits. Alright, then what's the plot points? Find out where the limping bandit lives. Okay, so this is another pretty well-established town, too, so it's not just Ratty and Tamburg. There's probably other towns, too, but I haven't encountered too many towns yet that have everything. Yeah, I was gonna say, based on my deduction skills. Alright, if they're gonna be like the people in Roddy, they're gonna throw a fit if I'm not holding a torch. Like, I've only gotten arrested once so far in this game, and it's because I didn't know in Roddy it's required to have a torch at night, otherwise you get thrown in prison. It's like, well, that was, I mean, from a historical perspective, I get why, but I'm just like, what the heck, game? And there's just no warning. Well, actually, there was no warning at the time. One session later, I then saw the dialogue that specified that. I'm like, Gabe, you could have told me this 3 hours ago. Come on, man. Oh, you're in a private area. Shoot. Yeah, so far we pretty much done up until this point in the story, and then I did do the Teresa side story. That's about where I'm at so far. Really feels like it. Hi, Mutt. Where are the lodgings in question? I desire to take a nap. Someday I'll figure out where the lockpicks are. Where can I sleep, darn it? I feel like that's one of the most valuable pieces of information you can find out in this game is where in each location can you actually sleep? Thank you so much. I feel vindicated already. The amount of times I silently quoted that up until this point, because I'm just like, not everyone watches Markiplier. It's been a hot minute since that particular playthrough. I mean, technically we're a blacksmith's apprentice, so we are the blacksmith. Hello, random doggy. Do you know where I can sleep? I desire to sleep. I'm just waiting until we're in combat and he says I'm feeling quite hungry. I'll just be like, hey, we reached the moment. I'm feeling quite hungry. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that was the funniest part. It's just like, it's just lore that he just made up. Do you guys have a bed? Where are the bed? Where's the beds? Of course, I don't have the best visual on the planet right now because it's the middle of the night. Actually, what time is it? Yeah, literally the middle of the night. It's 1 a.m. Where's the innkeeper? Hello, random villager. Don't mind me, I'm just skulking around at 1 a.m. like a totally normal person. That's on the hunt for those darn Kumans. I, Henry of Skalitz, will kick all of their asses. Look at all those chickens. I mean, it's pretty much all I have to do unless I make it daytime. It's like, yeah, I might as well just keep looking for the innkeeper. I was gonna say. I forget, do they ever explicitly state how old he is? I'm not sure. I kind of get the impression he's, like, young adult, but I'm not 100% certain. And, like, that specific tidbit of information, I don't care if that gets spoiled for me, because I'm just like, that's just a bit of lore. Ah, the pretzel maker. Hi, Pebbles, I'm still looking for the beds. It's like, I know there were some beds back in the town I was in, but by that point it was like, I don't think I could sleep because I had already slept. The scribe. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's who we have teach us to read at some point, unless it's a scribe in another town. It might be a scribe in another town. Wow, Father Francis is like way over there. Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say. Unless they specified at some point, I'm just gonna say head canon is that he's like 20. Oh shit! You're in a private. Abort! Abort! Yeah, that's why my heart was pumping the whole time I was playing the Teresa's side story, because like that whole time you're in a mine shaft that's like you're trespassing, that's like I have to trespass to progress the plot. I don't really have a choice. Yeah, that was a trip because I think Teresa died like half a dozen times before I finally got away. It's like finally we had a successful run of this. Yeah, I've just told people I'm playing this game, like, there might be a decent amount of this game where I'm just trying to figure out where to go. And it is what it is. Like, some of this is, like, you just, when you play it multiple times, you just know that, like, oh, I need to go here to do X thing. Whereas on a blind playthrough, you're just like, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. While mud and pebbles are just judging me silently. More chickens! Where's the innkeeper? And so far I've been wandering around for 1 in-game hour. You talking Shadow the Hedgehog or another franchise? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a completely different franchise. Yeah, I always tell people, it's like, with the exception of gacha games and stuff that involves, like, illegal content, it's like, I'm pretty much down to play anything if people have, like, childhood favorites or whatnot, and it's like, yeah, I'll put that on a sub-goal next. And then I'll play that at a reasonable time. Because I pretty much only had time for, like, a certain amount of franchises growing up because schoolwork. Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't... Now I know you're referring to the... That's what the franchise is called, gotcha. Yeah, I enjoy that franchise enough, so yeah, I'll definitely put that on my game backlog at some point to check that out. This is one of those things where it's like in the YouTube VOD, it's just like, skip to this time period where I actually find the inn. Okay, so yeah, I kind of figured it's one of those franchises where like you might as well play them in order. That's kind of how I'm doing it with this, and that's what I did with Octopath Traveler. It's like the second one I think is the best in terms of gameplay, but in order to kind of like appreciate 2 more, I recommend playing the first one before you play the second one. But 2 is a lot more polished. Yeah, I know there's like several franchises that I'm just gonna gradually dive into, like the I know another one a friend recommended was Mass Effect, and it's like I gotta play that whole trilogy at some point. I finally got around to playing the first one last year. I'm like she was begging me to play it for years. She's like, play this darn game. You have an Xbox 360. I'm like, all right, fine. Jeez. Where's the innkeeper? Yeah, because it says lodgings, but it's like, nah, I don't see any beds around there. Or more like mats on the ground. I love the tavern theme. It's been living rent free in my head for like a year. Like I've gone to a couple conventions and like even though no one's talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I was just like I just kept humming the tavern theme. I'm just like no one gets this. Where's the beds? Oh, you can't even get... Well, I suppose it's probably past midnight, so you can't even get in the beds anymore. Yeah, say this year at the Ren Fairs, I'm probably gonna be really annoying about this, because, like, when they were going on last year, I didn't know about the franchise yet at that time. that has since changed. It's like, if this isn't the most... I mean, I know it's not the exact century, but it's like, if this isn't the most Ren Fair thing... Where's the beds? I was like, how is Henry doing on sleep anyways? It's not terrible. I really don't need to sleep. I'll probably just skip time until like 7 a.m. I was gonna say, I'll find out in a minute, because it'll actually be daytime. Because I'm like, I don't desperately need to sleep. I was at 100%. Yes, gonna say, I'm just like... It would have been more awkward if I had missed it during the daytime, but it's like, I know what the beds look like now, I was not seeing anything that resembled that. That's why I'm like trying to remember the towns where I know there's a bed. Like, there's at least 2 or 3 I know there's a place I can sleep. But they're all the way, like, back to, like, the south central part of the... Or, like I'd say almost dead center in the map. Yeah, because that's just a hay area. I'll only spend another minute on this. This is just out of curiosity at this point. Ah, there's the flogging pole. Yeah, because those are just benches. Yeah, and you can't sleep there. Okay, note to self for the rest of the game. Check the benches. Check the benches. Because those apparently, Henry can sleep on those. Because every single bed I have seen up until this point, there was cloth on it. So now I know you can sleep on something that doesn't have cloth. And I'll just go middle of the road and sleep for 3 hours. People are just gonna come in, it's like, what were you doing for the first 40 minutes? And this is why the playthrough is probably gonna take several months. Because they all just get lost trying to look for something that doesn't really matter. It's the beauty of a blind playthrough. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the rest of your day or night or wherever you are. While Henry goes and buys baked goods.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Yeah, sounds good. Take care. The fellow with the limp.
fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Rattay.
Wow, I'm glad we talked to the baker. Okay, so we've got a decent chunk of change. Y'all, right, I forgot I didn't spend all my money. Okay, so he's at nourishment 60, so I'll buy 5 pancakes. Close the deal. Thank you so much, sir. Yep, that'll be just the right amount of food. Sweet. Visit Lubosh. Okay, so, yep, he's over here. Then we can put the torch away. Whee!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably just get off Pebbles. Wow, there's a whole congregation over here. Limpy Lubosh! Oh my gosh. Ooh, cutscene. I like how they take his helmet off for the cutscenes.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here. That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
At the keys of St. Peter. This is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit.
I was gonna say, they definitely know something. Like, boy, do they. Or what's left of him.
Or all that's left of him.
And they're just like, I'll warn you, sir, this is kind of morbid. Yeah, that's straight up serial killer crap.
Sucker. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
Limpy Lubosh.
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Why did he
How
limp?
come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Just adding that to my sub-goal list. Those two games that person suggested just before I forget.
Suspicious lady.
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any cronies?
Have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Where was he on the night Neuhoff was raided?
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhoff raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When was the body found?
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Good health to you.
Can you tell me anything about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered. What was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I haven't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
What was he doing on the day of the
Do
raid?
you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
Not a clue.
Who is he
Do
seeing?
you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Talk to the priest.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Thank you so much, madam. Off to go talk to the priest. Onwards, Pebbles!
blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty bitch...
Yeah, that's why I'm assuming he's not older than
Did you know
20.
Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
You can't hurt him now. You could be condemning innocent people to death. I'll get that confession out of you by force.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can. Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Father, didn't I see you outside practicing swordplay? I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Farewell.
Alright, meet the parish priest in the evening.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Okay, so he shows up at 8 p.m.
Blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat. I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Scarlet.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's Nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumors aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Uzhitz is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
As you wish.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Like, I suppose, like, I was gonna say, definitely not something that's in church nowadays, but back then they were like, I don't care.
Started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language.
Yeah, it's nuts what's in the the Christian Bible. It's I was gonna say specifically Ezekiel. Like, my gosh, let's just say that definitely wasn't probably covered in Bible studies.
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church, the lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
You want to preach against debauchery?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
About that, I can't read yet.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this was before the Lutheran situation.
First.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
I help a mate.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Time to get drunk with the priest. I mean, after all the hell that Henry's been through, I think he deserves one night of levity. Oh yeah, he's done. He's done.
Bailiff, come on over here. Sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Help Goodwin. Oh gosh, we're getting a fist fight. Alright, we somehow survived the encounter. Climb the bell tower.
Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon. God.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Sir Rodzig's just like, Henry, what are you doing? Oh, and I was gonna say, we got a puker. We got a puker.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The next morning.
The priest has mounted up. You say, Henry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the next scene is spicy, so I'm gonna not show that on cast. just use your imaginations. Alright. Sex scene over. Earn the priest's trust.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Well, but canonically, I'm just gonna say this is the night that Henry probably lost his virginity. Given he didn't do with Bianca already.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
Henry's like, mistakes might have been made.
Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster.
Oh gosh, Henry's just going straight into it.
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What?
First, I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Radzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishops can have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
All right. Reputation gained. Drinking binge. Oh my gosh. The confessional seal isn't sacred anymore?
At once the confessional seal isn't so sacred.
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
We'll never get away with it.
Not if you make a hash of it.
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Do you guys have bandages? I'm dying. Just in case I'm gonna save the game. Welcome on in to Henry's about to give a drunken sermon.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clangor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem.
sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preach.
He's like, he's committing a sin in church. He's like, I'm just gonna lie.
To stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Which one of them will pay? I mean, the priest technically puked already. Here we go. Begin the sermon confidently, start a lengthy sermon, start a modest sermon. And of course your stats are down one.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, I would like to talk to you about our Holy Mother Church and what iniquities it's declining into.
That whelp wants to preach about the church.
One should not believe in the church.
Gosh, this is going to be a trip.
God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation.
Drunken sermon simulator.
He's right.
Continue harshly, wordily, modestly.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money.
This is going great.
They sell indulgences, and that's bad. Because sins cannot be redeemed with silver.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travelers...
This is just how Henry copes with everything.
...troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
I can't believe this is a plot point.
No,
this is great.
Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Continue harshly, wordily, modestly.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are...
Yeah, because, like, we know he's gonna fail all the checks.
The absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. Look at them. They booze like hypocrites and buy expensive jewels. They servants of God. And that is not right, because Christ preached poverty. And only poverty and temperance are true virtues.
It was almost getting interesting. Criticize debauched priests.
I say to you, in the words of
the fact that you can just throw him under the bus at the end, oh my gosh.
He who knows little, let him speak little. Let each speak as much as he knows. And he who knows nothing, let him at least teach his neighbor one virtue.
Sir Rodzig's just like, Henry, what are you doing?
Refraining from
what are you doing?
And from fornication. And that applies both to priests and to you, brothers and sisters.
That's his conclusion?
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Amen. This guy stinks!
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this. For shame.
Utterly blasphemous.
Can you believe such behavior? For men of the cloth to get drunk at...
Well, buddy, I tried.
So, is our deal still on?
Are you pulling my fucking pizzle? I couldn't have done worse myself if I'd puked on the altar.
Well, I'm no preacher.
Yeah, I noticed. And I wasn't the only one.
You can't be serious. After all that?
All what? All you making a complete hash of my sermon? You were supposed to help, not get me into even more trouble. Now I'll have the bishop on my back, and all the villagers. Just leave, I need to pull myself together.
And what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else to help you.
Well, if our I was like, what the heck is our reputation in this town at this point?
Jesus Christ be praised. God be with you.
Have you got a bed for the night?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
Here you are.
You all like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud, it is.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings. Farewell.
Okay, so you have to talk to him, and then you go up the ladder, and then you can sleep for the nights that you paid. Like, boy, does Henry need to sleep this off.
respects to you. Farewell.
It's like, just sleep it off, Henry, just sleep it off. Sleep off the drunk and disorderly. And here's hoping the people of this town will forgive you for that display. Then again, it's definitely on the priest for letting him give that sermon in the first place while he's that inebriated. Good morning, sir.
Good day to you.
I would like 2 more of your pancakes. Thank you so much. Alright, we should be right as rain now. Time to continue the investigation.
Good health to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Sir, I apologize for whatever the heck I did yesterday. Now can you please help me?
Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you? Well, what do I care? Ask.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Have you noticed anything?
It was like, that whole thing with the priest was a roller coaster. My gosh.
In the tavern. Not until yesterday in church, as it happens.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he... Jesus.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care now.
In the wilds, you have a +1 bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and speech. In towns and villages, you have that. Penalties on stats following release from jail are 20% lower. You can also apply your healing skills and dialogues. Yeah, it seems useful. Falling will cause you 30% less injury. The beer you get is 50% weaker, so you can drink more, but wine is twice as strong and it'll make you drunk faster. And vice versa. Under the influence of alcohol, your hand will shake 25% less and your bow skill is higher, but when sober, it'll shake that much more. Your horse can carry more, but is slower. Your horse is faster, but carries less weight. Yeah, I'd prefer a faster horse. Alright, time to continue the investigation now that the drunken disorderlies are done. Let's just say Henry had a night in Vegas and we'll leave it at that.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Somebody died here recently, jeez. See if this guy's even willing to talk to us at this point.
Good health to you.
Surprisingly, yes. More about Lubosh. Goodwin won't tell me where Lubosh's cronies are. The Usa's priest is no ordinary cleric. I mean, might as well out him at this point.
Peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed he's quite handy with a sword.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their asses. He's not to be taken lightly.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood, and our parish priest has blue blood in him. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. That's how it goes with those aristocrats. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Don't know what he got up to, though.
Godwin won't tell me who Lubosh's cronies were. I've reached a complete standstill.
Don't even mention that so-called priest. He knocked out one of my teeth yesterday. You were there with him. I ought to clap you in the stocks.
I'll go willingly if you stick Godwin next to me. It'd be worth it just to see him suffer.
I can well imagine. I've already told you, nobody came here to see him. But now it occurs to me. I did hear he was tried in Rattay for some mischief or other. Maybe you can find out something there. The scribe might have made a record of it.
Thanks, Bailiff. I never thought of that.
And let me give you another piece of advice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's like, I hope you learned your lesson, kid. He's like, I'm only letting you off because you were sincere about your apology. But never do that again. He punched me and it wasn't pleasant. Okay, so we gotta go talk to the ratty scribe, so we're gonna go on a bit of a journey here. Actually, before I tentatively get screwed over with fast travel stuff, save the game. Alrighty. Now, where did Pebbles go? Pebbles! Thank goodness for the whistle button. Okay, good. We didn't get accosted by bandits that time. Nice. Sir, I need to talk to you!
Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to have a look in the Black Chronicle, Friedrich.
And I need blessed relief from my suffering. May the Lord have mercy.
Well, I don't know what I can do for you except bring you a priest.
I'm not dying yet. I just can't get up.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm on the trail of those killers from Neuhof, and I need to know the names of the men who were sentenced alongside Limpy Lubosch from Uzhitz.
I can't remember. Once I write the record down, it goes straight out of my head.
It's essential that I find out those names. Is there anything I can do to help you get back to work?
I can't go to work when I can't stand on my feet. Konyash the apothecary has an embrocation that helps, but it costs dearly. If you brought me some, it might do the trick.
All right, I'll try and get some for you.
Get embrocation from, for the aching joints.
God be with you.
Time to go talk to the apothecary.
Heavens, lad. You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Last time I saw you, I thought you were ready for the priest.
I'm feeling as good as new.
I'm glad to hear it.
Scribe Friedrich needs the embrocation for his joints.
What, again? He was here not long ago for some. He ought to make it last longer. I told him not to grease himself up so much. It could cause... Ah, the older he gets, the more foolish he is. Well, did he tell you such salvation is costly? Have a look in the shop for yourself.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
Alright, so how much for the basic lesson?
All right, but it'll cost you.
Oh yeah, he doesn't pay that, or it's not that expensive, or, yeah.
Now, pay close attention.
Alright, teach me your ways, sir.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Increases horsemanship by 5 for 10 minutes, and for the same period, dogs will not bark at you. Antidote for poison. And potion ingredients. Loosens the tongue and lowers inhibitions. Increases speech by 5 for 10 minutes. Increases warfare. Evokes a blood frenzy. Wow. Okay, so here's the medicine that he needs. Thank you so much, sir.
be with you. I bought you the embrocation, and you were right, it certainly wasn't cheap.
I know, lad. I've been using it for years.
Will you let me have a look at the Black Chronicle?
Well, you helped me, so now I'll help you. Come along and I'll show you our Black Chronicle.
That really is a miraculous ointment. You haven't even rubbed it on and it's already working.
You know how it is. Faith itself is the greatest healer. Just thinking about the relief it will bring makes me feel better. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Come along. Goodbye.
Could you find something for me in that book? The thing is, I don't
Don't know how to read, do you? So what do you need to know?
I'm trying to track down those Neuhoff cutthroats, and I need to find out the names of any cronies of Limpy Lubosh from Ujitz.
Give me a while. See you later.
So did you find any mention of Limpy in the book?
I did. Apart from Lubosh, there's mention of some Anton from Vlashim and Hinek, known as Riki, from Ledechko.
Ledechko? That's a stone's throw from here.
Aye. Certainly closer than Vlashim.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you for that ointment. Good luck then.
Thank you so much, sir.
Who's there? Hey!
Alright, we're back in Ujitz.
good health to you.
Can you teach me how to read?
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Alright, so it costs 50 groschen. Yep, we got the money.
Then we may as well start.
Time for Henry to learn how to read. He has had quite the week. He did a drunken disorderly with a priest, gave a drunk sermon, and then like 2 days later he learned how to read.
Wake up, lad.
What a week.
Time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit.
Read the book.
There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through.
One Addy, a countryman, going to the... One a day, a countryman's going to the nest of his goose, the egg all yellow and glittering. When he took upon it was heavy as lead, and he was gonna throw it away 'cause he thought a trick had been played on him. But he took it on second thought and soon found to his delight it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it to find nothing. Oh my gosh. That's, wow.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
There was something about some fellow and a goose.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most...
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the moral of the story.
Uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah, and the funny thing is with the sequel game, like, canonically he knows how to read at that point, and he makes it everybody's problem. He's like, I'm a learned individual.
Many books are written in Latin, the language...
And he takes advantage of, like, all the people that can't read, and he's like, yeah, I can just deliver this to the Pope. He's like, no.
Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Read the Latin text. I mean, I can't even read Latin. I could hazard a guess what this means, but I could not tell you 100%.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Nutus Set Libertine.
Not bad for a first try, lad.
Well, I suppose he's got a bit more patience because he's like, okay, I just taught you to read, well, canonically, like, Hungarian. He's just like, yeah, now time to teach you how to read basically a second language.
I read the page.
So tell me. Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before.
Alright!
Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations! You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Okay, and then you can buy books from him. How to brew mead from the home, oh my gosh. A skill book on reading. Okay, so how much money do we have? Time for him to read his first purchased book. Okay, so reading has a bunch of skills. All books are cheaper in shops. When reading, you will get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. Alright, time to read. Ah, good old Baba Black Sheep. You'll find out in our latest publication. So, yeah, I guess he's a scribe, but he's not, like, 100% good on the spelling. A primer for the 15th century, coming soon to a skepatorium near you. So let's go get spend a night at the inn, and then we'll go read this book.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night?
Sure, but...
Here you go.
You all like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud, it is. Take care now.
Time to go read a book up in the attic. Alright, so let's read... Okay, so this shows you your progress. Yeah, I'll have him read until 3 a.m. and then have him sleep. Alright, then I'll have him sleep until 8 a.m. And then we'll go get some pancakes.
God be with you.
Alright, and we'll finish the book out. Alright, so it looks like he's read this entire book, so we could probably go sell this if we want. Yeah, this isn't two contrasting plot points. It's like, let's go get drunk with the priest for the first half. The second half, let's do the exact opposite and learn how to read and be a scholarly citizen.
Good day to you. What do you need?
So yeah, we can at least get $10 back for it if we want to sell it. It's like, here's your book back, sir. Thank you very much. Alright, then I know the other book costs like 160 something groschen, so we'll come back once we've got more money. That's a good starting point, at least for teaching Henry how to read. Alright, then just to save our progress, I'll save and exit, and then we'll jump back into the game. so that treasure's all the way back in Scarlet. Alright, so I'll probably just continue the side quest then. So back to Roddy. Okay, what time is it? Okay, so they might be there, we'll see. Otherwise, we might have to sleep and continue this quest the following morning.
Good health to you, sir.
You're here about the water carrying?
How? Where do I get some pay?
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What for? I can handle the job. But ask away.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new ones, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. Did I get the job?
We're not finished yet. Are you here because you want to carry water?
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd make everyone's head spin. But now I want to carry water at least, since there's some money in it.
Well, there's also the option of carrying...
He's like, there's no delicate way to put this,
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone
Yeah, that is a fair... that is valid.
Carrying shit, hard work.
If you think it's so great...
I've got a job, but beggars can't be choosers.
So now
Your reputation lost, but you gain speech skill.
Sorry, no offense.
Sorry.
I know everything I need.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he cheeses me. Otherwise, I might...
Otherwise, I might be kind of pissed.
I'll bear that in mind.
Good day to you. What do you need?
You're here about the water carrying?
Aye. I can hold water all day long.
So, do you want the job? Plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm laborer, then I was a servant. Then I fled from Scarlets and ended up here.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all. But they were always sending me to do something else. Pitman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Right, I see. So you're keen on carrying water?
I've been keen on it since I got up this morning.
And you had another job before this morning, or what?
No, no. I was just joking.
Besides water, you could carry... You could empty latrines.
What? Carry shit? That'd be a new one for me. No, it's not a thing I'd go around boasting about.
That's enough for now.
So, we're agreed then? When do I start working?
Look, the bailiff is the one who will decide after I report back to him.
So, I might not get the job? I'll be in the shit.
Or you could carry the shit.
God be with you.
God be with you.
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines. And not just in the mines. So...
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft, and I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordship? When will they open the mines again?
I have no idea what their lordships plan to do about it.
All right. I just thought you might have heard something.
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners, and at least I can earn a few groschen.
It's not easy work, though. It's a long way to carry water.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all day for months on end?
There's one more option. Carrying shit.
He's like, why do I have to ask everybody this?
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but I couldn't go back to mining after that.
All right. I understand. That's enough for now.
God be with you.
Ah! Jesus Christ! Your clothes! Were you assaulted? Damn bandits, may they burn in hell!
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me though, so I came here myself.
Look, I already have more people than jobs. You're a bit late.
But I really need a job.
But so does everyone else around here.
None of them has a husband on his deathbed.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune. And he won't lift a finger for us now.
All right. I'll think about it and talk to the bailiff.
And you'll tell him to take me, right? Goodbye.
I'm glad to see you.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions good for nothings.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh? have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
That's enough for now.
Take care now.
Good health to you. Good luck to you.
Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
I'd like to talk to you again. That's all I need to know.
Good luck.
Take care.
My respects to you.
Are you here on account of the water carrier?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. All right?
Fine. Ask away.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moynihan. He had a farm near Scarlet's.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
I want to carry water.
That's all? Nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
That's enough for now.
See you later.
I know everything I need to know to pick the carriers.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damned business off my back. So how have you decided?
So, how do we do this? Do I just give you their names, or should I send for them?
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water or something else. Don't worry, I'll send for them.
Antonia.
What? A woman?
Yeah, is that a problem? You never said it had to be only men.
I didn't, but I kind of assumed it would be clear. It's a long walk with a heavy load, man's work.
She can handle the job. Have no fear.
Let's hope so. You'll have to answer to me if she can't. Where do we put her, then?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Yeah, Tonda was the one person who was like really opposed to carrying the poo.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his arm? Well, what should he do?
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job.
Alright, we got a poo person.
Tonda. They call him the winch.
The winch. Ought to be good with a bucket anyway. What's he going to do?
carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Vincent, Moimir's son.
Vincent? Never heard of him. What do you think he should do?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Vasi goes by the moniker of Pickman.
Pickman. I hope he doesn't have a history of pickpocketing.
No, no. They call him Pickman because he worked in the silver mines. He was very keen with the pick. So much so, he managed to chop off 2 of his fingers.
Well, he can't do too much damage with a bucket, I suppose. Where do you want to put him?
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job. Next?
That's it.
Good. All decided. Now about the cook's job.
Alright, so then we gotta go find Father Francis. Time to go make a journey. Alright, so I don't know if there's a bridge over there, but there's definitely one over here.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the Rat-Aid tourney? What's it to be?
I've got the money to pay.
And I was afraid you had... That job's still going.
Sure, I'm on it.
Sure.
Time for more sleep.
Something the cat dragged in.
What now? Should we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you? And where would you catch?
What if we took a stroll along the river?
Why not? That sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Let's go.
Time to go on a walk. And there's the privies.
That was a good idea to go for a walk. Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out. I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
I've heard it's pretty smelly, though.
Yeah, so many people in one place. So many assholes.
That's disgusting. I'd love to listen to that young preacher, Jan Hus. They say he preaches in the common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a right one. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession, and you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
Tell you what. Let's not dawdle.
Don't disgrace yourself, run!
That was fun. Sit down here next to me, Hal. And what about you? I heard you're helping Sir Radzig.
Sir Radzig has me running a few errands. I have to say, he always treats me well, and I make a wage.
So you've had your turn of luck. What's it like serving nobility?
A lap of luxury, it's work like any other.
Oh, it's endless luxury, money, banquets, games stuffed with other games.
Chicken stuffed with a frog, oh my gosh.
Stuffed with a frog?
Yeah, and that's nothing compared to a frog stuffed with a chicken.
A goat stuffed
with a pig?
Wait until they hear about the turducken.
Now then.
Oh, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads.
Hope your knees didn't buckle. Not really. I have my hands hold my duties. The only one here whose head is all messed up is me.
The only one here whose head is all messed up is me. How do you always manage to look so good?
Just look at the lady killer. Where did you learn to talk that way?
I don't recall which service
I
it was.
may have been drunk at that church service.
Scoundrel, but you certainly know how to make a girl feel special. You may continue. But now I have to go.
Can I go with you?
Just a little way. I don't want anyone to gossip.
I must ask Therese out again in a couple of days. So I'll give it like 3 in-game days and see where we're at. In the meantime, we gotta go track down a priest. A different priest. Not the one we got drunk with. Hi, Pebbles. We're gonna go for a ride, Pebbles. Bye, Teresa. We'll see you later. Henry, where are you going? I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. Give me a second, darn it. I'll find the bridge eventually. Yeah, we'll come back for this quest later. I just forgot we actually got to go further than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, we got a fast travel point.
Yeah.
You discovered Vrank.
Yeah.
Alright, into the forest.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Alright, and now that's a fast travel point, so let's go explore the town.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, we found the blacksmith.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, that definitely looks like a monastery.
Yeah.
Well, we found the priest.
Father, when do you plan to return to St. James?
I beg your pardon. Why do you ask, my boy?
Your housekeeper, Agnes, is in Rattay and doesn't want to work for anyone else. She's waiting for your return.
So she survived. Thank the Lord. I prayed for her and all who suffered, but I'm not going back. Tell her I appreciate her concern, but to look out for herself now. Take care now.
All that just to be like, yeah, boy, I'm not going. I'm like, okay, fine, jeez. Yeah, I should probably stock up on food before I make the journey back. And also save the game. Time to go stock up on more pancakes.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
Alright, now we got 4 for the road. It's like, ma'am, I'm going halfway across the country. I'm gonna need a bunch of energy. Oh yeah, Before has it save before I try to make the journey in case I get RNG or I get bad luck with RNG and get accosted by bandits. Because then if I get accosted by bandits and die, at least I saved. This could be bad. Okay, okay, it did take the save, thank goodness. We're good then. Well, actually, before I continue, let me make sure the quest actually finished up. Okay, so yeah, it took the save, and then the game crashed, so we're good then. Sweet. Okay, we got a long journey back to Roddy Mill. Okay, I see how it works. If you haven't actively been there, it won't show up on your map, even if you fast travel through it. I suppose that makes sense. Okay, what time is it in game? 6 or 7 p.m. Might still be early enough. We'll actually save the game while we're here. Then eat that pancake before it goes bad. Alright, then I'll do another save, and then we'll head up there and talk to that priest's aide.
the faithful. Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
I asked around in Sasau. Father Francis is doing well in Sasau. He has no plans to return to St. James anytime soon.
You talked to him? How is he doing? Doesn't he need his cassock fixed? He's always tearing it. There isn't a pew or a step he hasn't tripped over at one time or another.
He's doing well. He can't return. He's working somewhere else.
As I said, he's doing just fine.
Goodbye. God bless. God.
God be with you. I chose a cook as well. Should I tell you or go to Hagen?
Tell me who you chose, and I'll take care of it.
I chose old Agnes for the cook's job. I had a job convincing her, but it was worth it. She's the best cook around.
Glad to hear it. I'll have to drop in on Hagen for lunch sometime.
Okay, so, yep, end of quest, and we got 100 groschen. Nice.
See you later.
Alright, so it looks like we'll have a couple of quests or side quests we can do, or we can progress the plot. I'd say at this point the world's our oyster, especially now that we finished that side quest. So we'll leave it off for today and continue Henry's misadventures tomorrow, where hopefully he doesn't get drunk and give another drunken sermon. Hopefully he's learned his lesson, but then again, he did learn how to read, so I'd say it breaks out even for Henry on this particular session. Alright, then I'll just make sure the save took, and then we'll go find a raid target. Alright, so the save took, cool. Let's go raid Ileta. Alright, cool. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.